Hey, everybody. So we're back again with a nonprofit that's really near and dear to my heart. I have a sister actually who has a traumatic brain injury. I don't know if I've actually told just that, but it's been pretty taxing on our family. So this is near and dear to my heart. And also, I'm a diehard sports fanatic, as all of you know. And everybody knows that I donate 5% of every commission to a local charity, typically of my client's choice. Well, when I get to choose, I prefer to donate to this charity and nonprofit, I like to call it. So basically, I'll let Just take it away. This is Just Jackson for TheAbility. Tell us a little bit about, how long you've been around, what you're doing, mission, all that good stuff.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you for obviously allowing me to be on here. Helping out the nonprofit charity. It's kind of near and dear to my heart also. But for us, we've been around since 2014. We were technically a nonprofit since 2014. We've actually been doing this since 2012. It didn't actually get its name, I guess I would say, until 2014. It was kind of just something that I did as a high school football coach. Kind of the way it started was I was on Facebook, met a kid, met a mom actually through Facebook. She was posting about, wondering if there was something out there for her kid to do, something for her kid to be a part of, seeing how it was, a lot of his life had just been medical issues. And we were pretty much, somebody had shared it on Facebook and we were mutual friends. So I reached out, I was like, hey, if you want, I'm a coach at a high school football team. If you guys want to come out and watch the game with us, feel free to come out. So they actually showed up one game. I told the coaches about it, told the players a little bit about it. I was like, hey, he's just going to come hang out with us, to kind of give him something to do during his off time. And it kind of sparked a little bit. He loved it. The kids started loving it. A lot of the schools around started to hear about, kind of what I was doing. I started reaching out to a bunch of schools. So pretty much what For the Ability does is we connect kids that have a medical condition, a pre-existing medical condition, with a high school athletic program. So usually it's a varsity athletic program. Our goal is for that kid to be comfortable enough to be a part of competitive high school sports. So obviously, the big one is when people think of their kids have medical conditions, what is the likelihood of them being able to play that sport? So obviously we want to kind of create that bridge, as you see the photo in the background, kind of that bridge,
Yeah.
um, where we can kind of bring both of those together any way possible. So, a lot of the times some of the kids might be able to play, but, parents might have to, ease themselves into feeling a part of that team, right? So parents, the worry of a parent sending their kids to school just like any other parent. And what we do is we kind of bridge that gap. So that kid goes into that program probably at a young age. He's able to meet coaches, kids, athletic directors, teachers, all that kind of early. And the parents are able to meet them pretty early. So when the time does come that they do transition into that school, it's something that they're already used to. Something that they've already done, something that they've already, feel a part of. And 9 times out of 10, the athletes who are a part of that program, they kind of adapt to it. I could say probably every other day, I get something from an athlete that was a part of Fortier, or their school did something with Fortier. If I post something with their wristband or something, the kids are like, yeah, coach, I still have my wristbands from 2014. So it's kind of a pretty cool thing to look at, from what we've been doing and what, how many kids we've been able to help out, and how many schools we've been a part of. So yeah, now, we want to make sure we try to get a kid into every sport if it's possible. We've had a really good outlook with a lot of the athletic directors, especially, guys like Jason Ward that sit up top at West Ada. He's kind of taken in our program and understands our program. And, we kind of have our laws that we do and things that, we have to look for. And it hits on all cylinders. And I think, obviously not having COVID kind of hit that a little bit.
Right.
because we weren't able to be out there as much. So, we kind of had to think of different ways for the kids to be a part of things.
Right.
But yeah, our mission is to bring the kids together through sports. I just think sports, a lot of people don't really realize it, and that's whether it's sports with a ball. I know people go hunting as a sport. It just, everything's a sport. There's so many sports out there, and I think there's so much that people can learn in sports. So I feel like when people look at some of the kids with special considerations, and they think what's the best thing for them, what can help them, what's going to make them happy. A lot of people don't really realize that sometimes just being in the atmosphere of sports can change a lot. So that's kind of what we've been kind of trying to pin down, and get as many kids and families as possible into the program.
Oh, for sure. No, that sounds amazing. Are you just in Idaho, or are you in other states too?
Um, just in Idaho right now. I guess like more so. I guess in Idaho we have a school in Oregon. We also have one school in Washington. So the plan is to actually grow the Washington network, and then go more into the Oregon network, and then kind of expand. But yeah, our hub and where we will always be will be Idaho.
Awesome. And so people with athletes, if anybody's watching this that may have an athlete that would qualify for your services, what sort of medical conditions are you qualify you to be part of for the ability?
So kind of what makes us different is we don't have a exact one, right? We don't nail down a list. That's kind of what makes us pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of programs out there that have a list of things that they take, kids that they take, kids that they won't take.
Right.
We like to kind of bring all the families of different special considerations all into one, right?
Okay.
Because there's a point where if kid A has this and kid A has B, kid A and B may never meet each other, right? Families may never understand what kid A is going through, and families might never understand what kid B is going through. But when we bring them together, right, two different diagnoses, going through two different things in life, those families might connect, differently. And they're like, well, actually, I'm kind of going through something like that, but our kids have two different, things going on, and that's what we like. We like that kind of aspect where we're just bringing everybody in together. And the big fight, I guess I would say, is is a village of us, and it's not just that person and that person. It's all of us together. And so that's kind of what I really like about it. So yeah, we don't really have a key. We try to start at the age 6 or 7. That's where we kind of start getting the kids around. Obviously, we always have many volunteers that come out and help out with the kids at the games. Any kind of program that we'll do, we'll have the kids come out. But yeah, we're primarily open. I guess is a
Yeah.
good
No,
say. Like we want to help everybody as we can, and not kind of just pin down on one situation.
right. No, that's really cool. I hadn't actually thought of that portion of it. It's almost as much for the families as it is for the kids. Sometimes the families are struggling separate, and them simply meeting each other could change their lives too. So that's
Right. Creating
cool.
friends through parents, friends through kids, whatever way, kind of make it work.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't mention this, but how I found you is through a previous client, through Lauren Albertson,
Mhm.
who I can't remember who she knows within the organization, but she recommended it for me because it's kind of hits home to me, and it's pretty special.
Yeah. So yeah, Lauren and we actually used to work together.
Oh, that's what it was. Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. So that was we were coworkers. So yeah, she helped out with Fortier a lot also. I know her husband, he has a hoodie or crew neck actually that he would wear all the time.
Yeah,
And
sure, that's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
people like just that by itself, I think is why I really like it. People are always wondering, like, we see you come out with clothing all the time, for the program. And I'm like, yeah, because the thing about it, the reason why is if somebody goes out and they see Fortier on their hoodie, right? Or like, what does that mean?
right.
What is that? Next thing you know, boom. I was in Trader Joe's one time and had a Fortier hoodie on, and the lady asked me what it was. Next thing you know, she starts telling me about her kid. Her kid has autism, and kind of connection right there. I have it on my car. It's one of those logos where you see the 4, the T, and the A. You always kind of wonder, like, what does it mean? Um, and so it's kind of one of those things where I really like. And yeah, so that's kind of where the connection, with Lauren. I know her husband, he wears his hoodie a lot, and people ask him about it, and that's just kind of where we are, where we just um, instead of going out and paying for advertisement and things like that, I just feel like we can kind of take it back to word of mouth almost. How things started.
Sure.
And look and say, hey, like, hey, what's that hoodie mean? What's that beanie mean? What's that shirt mean? And what does your sticker mean? And I just think that it's kind of just it's grown from there.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, no, they're two special, wonderful. I helped them. I've known out Lauren for years. She went to Colorado State. Unfortunately, I went to CU, so I'm a
Got
city
it.
buff. So if there's anything I can do in Colorado, I'm part of that alumni network. Of course, I'll help.
Okay.
But why don't you mention how can you donate? Give people, let them know where to donate. And I'll obviously put a link when I put the video up stuff. I'll put a
Mhm.
link to where they can donate, share it, all that stuff. But
Yeah. So head over to our website. This is www.fortheability.com. You can donate there. You can also donate on our Facebook page. We always usually have something running for you to donate. You can also donate. We have a couple different things that happen around the springtime.
right.
We have our donation marathon is what I like to call it. So the team, the volunteers that we have, all of us will kind of try to hit a mark. So we pretty much run a marathon and see how many donations we can get during
Sweet.
that time. And yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing that we do. But yeah, easiest thing right now, just head over to the website. I always tell people the equivalent of buying gear is just like donating. If you want to buy a hoodie, it's just like donating. It goes kind of two and two. So um, honestly, however that works for people. But yeah, we head over to our website. It's pretty easy to look around and click our shop or events, and you can find one of those ways to help us out.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I actually don't have a hoodie yet. I will be obviously ordering one here very soon, probably today. But yeah, this is something that it's rare to find these really cool causes and really cool things, and you know,
Yeah.
it's something very cool. I have a lot of friends that are high school football coaches. One at Fruitland, actually my cousin-in-law at Fruitland, and all that. So very, very, very cool. And you don't know this yet, but I did have a closing yesterday with no directive. So I will be donating again to For the Ability.
We
One day,
appreciate you
one day
guys so
today.
much. Yeah, Skip.
So
Yeah, honestly, just for meeting you, it's been really big for us. I love talking to you, and I think just your situation of wanting to help, and those are the kind of guys that I kind of like to keep around.
yeah,
Obviously, for me personally, like people always wonder, like, why did you start a nonprofit like this? So when I was growing up, just a little background,
yeah.
you were kind of talking about it. So I had a best friend that died from leukemia
Oh, man.
when I was a freshman in high school, and I had known her since we were maybe 7, 8. So we had a really close connection. And it was just like somebody that I would always hung out with. And that kind of hit pretty hard. And her deal was, even though she was going through things, she always wanted to help. She was honest, she was fighting leukemia, but at the same time, she was going to the hospital and reading books to the kids. So she was kind of one of those heroes that Brittany, she really did a lot that I kind of like looked at. And then as a sophomore, my sister died. So it was kind of a big hit. So I lost my best friend and my sister kind of, back to back years. And then my sister, her big thing was sports. She loved sports, but she also loved kids. So it was kind of her thing was, she ran track, she like loved basketball, like she did kind of a little bit of everything, but she also loved the kids. So it kind of came a thing for me. So when I started up For the Ability, like I said, it didn't really have a name for it. I
Right.
just kind of started it. And then I was actually college roommates with JJ through college, and we kind of like I talked to him a little bit about it, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of something I think I want to do, and he's like, yeah, bro, do it. Like, I think that's, that's something that you do. And then I kind of, thought of the name, and kind of just put everything together, and then kind of like marked it off of, my sister, my best friend. It's kind of like, their message as something I feel like they would do together, if they were still here. So that's kind of where, 4TA kind of taken off from. So, my thing that I kind of get from both of them is, making relationships with people, as long as making relationships with families and kids. So it's kind of just all intertwines in together.
Oh man, it pumps me up that you're doing this. It really, really, really does. I was born with actually congenital heart failure. So I didn't play sports until I was 14. I didn't get the go ahead to play until I was 14, 15. Not that it would have mattered. I'm not a basketball star. I'm 5'6". It was not going to happen. So I played golf because it
Yeah.
get my heart rate up too much. Now I'm a Peloton rider and I love it to death. But
Yeah.
it probably gave me more appreciation, really, than.
Yeah.
But no, this just warms my heart. And anything I can do to help out, volunteer when COVID's over. Well, I've got a 17-month-old, so I've literally not left my house probably almost a year.
Yeah.
But
Peloton keeps you busy though. I ride mine, and I'm
oh,
out.
oh man, sweating buckets. But yeah, no, it just fires me up, man. And whatever I can do literally to help out. You are my charity, my nonprofit. I don't like to say charity, I like nonprofit of choice.
Appreciate it.
Not out there, man, but you know what? You guys are king above them in my book. So
Appreciate it a lot.
to help out everybody who's watching this, donate, donate, donate. I put my money where my mouth is. I will be donating to For the Ability today. Actually, probably tomorrow when that check comes in. But probably tomorrow. But just knows I've donated before. I'll donate again.
Sure.
And if anybody doesn't give me a directive, money's going here to this man, and he deserves it. Kids deserve it, and it's amazing. So
kids love it. Yeah, we definitely appreciate it.
Of course. Well, let's make dream. You're making dreams happen, man. And it's amazing. So
Thank
face
you.
to the name, face to For the Ability, and infectious personality. Just kill it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we will be in touch. I'll go donate and buy a hoodie. Oh yeah, buy a hoodie. Because why not?
Yeah, why not? It's getting cold.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Awesome, Jocelyn. Thanks so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you.